Happy Monday, June Burgess here of the Equestrian Formula. I've got my pal Morris behind me. Morris is a very successful two-star eventer who's having a bit of a holiday and enjoying just being turned out with his buddies. And I wanted to talk today a little bit more about the process of allowing that we were discussing last week. And the reason being, I've had two people who have written to me and have likened what I was discussing to being in the flow of a stream. And that brought to mind one of the processes that I learned when I was doing my life coaching qualification. And it's a process by Abraham Hicks, and it's called the stream analogy. And possibly many of you already are aware of the stream analogy, and if you are, you'll probably find my take or explanation of it funny. And if you're not aware of it, hopefully you'll find this helpful. Abraham Hicks likened the process of life to being in a fast-flowing stream, the stream of life. And if you can imagine standing on the banks of the stream of life with your canoe, and most of us put our canoe into the stream and we get into it and we lift up the paddle and we paddle as hard as we can upstream. We think that we have to work very hard to get anywhere in life and to get any of the things that we want in life. So we paddle hard, and when we're not getting where we want as quickly as we would like, we paddle even harder. So we paddle and paddle, but the stream's already moving very fast. So we don't get to where we want to go to, and again, talking about forcing, we're forcing and paddling and working really hard to get there, and it just doesn't work. There is nothing that we want upstream. Upstream is a little bit like the past. The stream's already been there. The stream's flowing on into the future. Downstream is the future. Upstream is the past. And it's a little bit like staying in the past. There's nothing for you there, and you're paddling so hard that you can't see anything anyway because you're exhausted and you've no time to make use of the opportunities. You've no time to look around you, and it's just there's no point. That you're exhausted. And what Abraham Hicks suggests in life is that we just stop paddling, put the paddle down and let the canoe be turned around by the force of the water 180 degrees to point downstream. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to move the canoe ourselves. We don't have to do something with the paddle to turn it around. The tide, the force of the stream will turn the canoe around, point you downstream, and you'll start to float downstream in the flow of the water. And you don't have to work at it at all. You just have to allow, as we talked about last week. And as we allow the current to carry us downstream, to follow the flow of the stream, we start to notice things on each side of the bank. We start to notice things that please us. We start to be able to see opportunities along the way. And we have time then to take advantage of these opportunities that we see along the way. So I use the stream analogy in my life whenever things are starting to feel a little bit out of control. You know, one of those days when you just don't seem to be able to get on top of it and more things land on your plate and you start to get really uptight. And I just think, okay, am I thinking upstream thoughts or downstream thoughts? And you're always thinking upstream thoughts when you're having a day like that. And I'm not going to say it's easy, but the best thing you can do is try to turn those upstream thoughts into downstream thoughts. Good thoughts, positive thoughts, thoughts about what it is you want, more relaxed thoughts, thoughts that are back in the flow again. So short and sweet, and I hope the stream analogy maybe adds a little bit on to what I was talking about last week with allowing, because I really do think that allowing is probably the key to most things in life. So you can let me know anyway if you understood my description of the stream analogy and whether or not you think it's useful and can apply it in your life. So I shall see you next week. Happy Monday. Bye.